Hi, baby. How are you? I'm gonna get a little bit closer to you because we're always so far back when I'm doing these recordings. But I have realized that the light and you are closer up. So I'm gonna be a little bit closer. I wanted to start this episode off with a ballad. I have the voice. I have a voice. Just give this a little listen. Closed off from love, I didn't need the pain. Once or twice was. I'm gonna spare you. I wanted to start off the episode singing Bleeding Love because my abscess has been bleeding today like it hasn't since the day that I got it poked and extracted. It has been terrible for my underpants, for my bathroom, and for my confidence. I am not feeling as sexy as I have for the last week and a half. I had a small operation where the doctors just poked my bum and took out some of the bad blood and bad bacteria that were swarming inside of my abscess. A couple years ago, I had an anal incident that has transpired and grown into a personality of its own. Started off as a fistula and now it's an abscess, so it is extremely disgusting and it is problematic. Kind of like this episode. today, today I'm going to be talking about self-care, taking care of yourself, things that I am an expert in. I feel like if I would have addressed this issue or made it a top priority in my life, then it wouldn't have had the opportunity to turn into a personality. It would have it would have been a baby thing that I would have addressed and moved on with my life. But I feel like before coming to this country, I had the perspective or the ideology that if I didn't address something, that it would in turn take care of itself. That life would do it for me, and I can kind of be on autopilot and not have to worry about anything. But the more that I am coming into my own personality, my own sexuality, and my own just assurance of who I am. And this is in large part because of my relationship to my boyfriend, who is the most independent person that I have been in relationship with. He is so he is just so self-sufficient. This being foiling this character has made me realize some of my own faults and ways in which I am not addressing issues that come in my life quick enough. So this is one of those issues. It happened about 2 years ago, and I thought to myself, you know what? It will take care of itself. Everything will work itself out. I just need to just keep moving, just keep moving. And I don't know where this like kind of toxic positivity comes from. Maybe I in my life I just didn't feel a need to address things that I didn't understand. I thought I can put it in the back of my head and just push forward. And I think it's a survival tactic. I I did it with my sexuality. I did it with my schoolwork. Anything that I felt unsure about, I just pushed through instead of asking a question. I didn't know how to form a question in my mind. I was dealing with what I had. I didn't become curious about it. I just accepted it for what it was and moved on. This works. This can work for you. I think this gives you a sort of momentum in life to just move along and let things happen. But The idea that your life is yours, that my life is my own, I am just starting to figure out how much control I have over the the trajectory of my success, over my health, my mind. Earlier today, I was in the metro and I was thinking, I've been living in France for 2 years now, and I cannot hold a conversation with a stranger. And this is keeping me back from socializing. I feel my ineptness is, I'm butchering this word and I want to say it correctly because I don't want to let this word stop me. My ineptness is transpiring in other aspects of my life. Not only am I not speaking the language, but I'm not grasping with full comprehension what my classes are saying, what my psychology classes are teaching. I'm doing enough to get by. I'm learning enough French to get by, but I'm not proficient in the language. I'm not proficient in my subject of psychology. And it made me question, what am I proficient in? What am I good at? This is an existential question, especially for people who have been in survival mode, who have been just working maybe to make money for a dream. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm an apartment cleaner. I do this. I'm working out. I'm working to be a personal trainer. I'm working to be a psychologist. But in the meantime, I'm just getting by. And I'm getting by without learning any skills. And that is sad to me. When I see my friends having some sort of specialized expertise in something, it's making me question, why have I not given enough time to what matters to me? Whether it's a hobby, painting, socializing, learning a language, it's what do I have at the end of the day? You know, when I was coming into my own, I had a sexual liberation. I didn't allow myself to be sexually active when I was younger. So I kind of made up for it maybe year 23, 25. This is when I had a small stint away from home and I was trying to make up for lost time. And for a long time, I thought my sexuality was my hobby. Expressing myself through my body was a hobby. Learning my body and how it connected with other people, that was my pastime. But really what I was doing was searching for connection. And this sexuality that I was exploring, it didn't transform into anything other than a conversation, a momentary conversation with a person. Close on, close off. But that was it. It felt like a dance, but I never turned it into a skill. And I'm not saying that you have to monetize everything that you are interested in, but it is special to be an expert in a thing that you are giving your time into. Whether it is customer service or interpersonal relationships or working out. How are you furthering yourself and how are you getting better? This threw me through a loop because I only have a few things in life that I feel passionate about. I am passionate about my partner, being in a relationship with him, keeping things interesting and new and fun, exploring new recipes and places to go and conversations to have, things to do with each other, projects to have, short films to create together. This fuels my heart. I I am a romantic, so I enjoy presenting myself as a romantic for my partner. But outside of this, I am a creative person. I enjoy creating. And I sometimes think to myself, if I'm not creating. Am I the creative that I identified myself with? Right now, I feel most identified with my abscess that is bleeding this pussy blood outside of my body, all unbeknownst or beknownst, but to me and by me. It's just leaking out. This is what I'm most identifying with. This part of myself that I want to remove myself from, that I want to be separated from. I keep having this thought in my head that if and after I get rid of this abscess, this obstacle in my life is going to be grand and I can finally pursue the things that I care about. But the truth of the matter is that life does not start after the obstacle. Life is now. I've had 2 years with the abscess. It has been in and on my ass for for 2 long years. And during that time, I thought to myself, okay, maybe I'm not as a sexual person as I thought I was. Maybe I'm not as confident. Maybe I'm not, but I don't want to let another day go by with my ass holding myself back. I have an abscess and I want to live. I want to learn a new skill. I want to be sexy. I want to work out. I want to do these things. So if you, and truthfully, this is more for me than for you. I have these things. So I'm thinking to myself, how can I further myself along? I made a video a week ago about starting a business, a fitness business. And I'm thinking to myself, it's absolutely crazy to be considering this when I am still plagued by this abscess. How can I teach someone when I am not at my full health? And isn't that ironic that this is the position that life is put me in? And I have to come to terms with it, be strong enough in order to move past it in some creative way. It's pulling my mind in different places and I want to be rid of it so I can just focus. But I don't think I've ever been in a position where everything is just completely taken care of and I can give myself that focus. It's something that I have to force each and every time and choosing to go to the gym when I'm tired, when I'm sleepy, when my body is aching, choosing to sleep when I want to go and do more and be more. It's a it's a paradox. It is a paradox in my ass. So that is enough talking about my abscess for today. This bleeding out of potential. This potential that I am no longer going to dissociate from, but I'm going to embrace and invest into it. I'm going to take care of myself and I want you to do the same. And I think as I'm doing it, you guys are going to see it because I'm documenting everything for you and with you for myself. I'm so excited because tomorrow I'm finally putting out a long form vlog, which I've been working on for the longest form, the longest week, it feels like. Um, it's going to be 20 minutes and it's going to be yours tomorrow. So I'm really excited to do a day in the life. There's so much happening and so much beauty in the city that I get to see. So many activities and events. So I will share that with you. And eventually I will share my social adventures with you too. A goal of mine is to be more social this year, to come out of my shell, speak a bit more French, have a bit more effort in the friend department, as I have not given that my full effort. So I want to do that. I want to give more effort to me, to take care of myself and love myself for who it is and as it is. So I put a little mascara on today. This is why I'm looking very fabulous. but it is time for me to go. I'm going to meet my boyfriend at the gym, post this video for you, and post the vlog tomorrow. You guys are going to love it, I hope. So if you love this video, please subscribe. I am doing an On Being series each and every single day, just keeping you up to date with life and everything that has happened and is happening. I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to see you on the very next episode. Thank you for watching.